Tina in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
When the grabber was grabbing and throwing Gwen around, this is what it reminded me of.
There we go.
That right there. That's what the grabber was doing to Gwen. He was swinging her around in the air and making her spin.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to what we watched last weekend. I am Lady Shasha, mistress of the snark, connoisseur of the gore, and your hostess with the mostess. And I am joined by Tony Man 100, who's written under his name Space for Rent.
Yes. Only because the Eagles lost last week really badly, and I'm not gonna root for them if they suck like that again. But we're here.
Yes, let's get into spoiler-free, again, section for The Black Phone 2.
Okay.
Now, this I really enjoyed a lot better than the first one, especially since I really was not into the first Black Phone. I almost fell asleep on it, to be honest. But when I rewatched it recently, I enjoyed it a lot better the second time than the first time. I like that they use the same actors, which I had to look up because they have grown so much. I had to double check and say, are these the same kids? Because, like, that little boy looks so hella grown now, and so does his sister. They're only 17, and the actors themselves are 17 and 18 years old. Their characters are 15 and 17 years old. I also like the use of, I don't know whether it was meant to look like 16 millimeter or Super 8 footage, but whenever they had a dream sequence, the resolution would change on the movie to either like 16 millimeter or Super 8. And I really like that because it lets you know when someone was in the dream realm as opposed to when they're awake. I liked a lot of the homages in this. To me, I wrote in my notes, this is a film for slasher fans because it homages quite a few different horror movies and specifically slasher movies. The location of the winter camp I thought was really cool. I never went to winter camp, but my sister went to winter camp. She went to Nature's Classroom up in New England, and like I wouldn't have done it. She did it. She camp in the middle of the winter time. Yeah. The grabber, I think his sequences were way creepier in this. In the first one, I didn't find him creepy at all. I was just like, well, he's trying, but this one they amped up his creepiness factor, and I like that a lot. I did notice that this was co-written by is it C. Michael Cargill? I might have their name wrong, but he wrote Sinister. He did the screenplay for Sinister, and of course, this is from a short story written by Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son. And so I also like that they made the sister have a larger role, and she's basically I wouldn't say she's the main character. I think it's split fairly evenly between her and her brother. If anything, she has slightly more scenes than him, but it's still really close. That they're both kind of main characters in this, and I like that she had a bigger role in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I look forward to more sequels to this.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I guess that one question probably told you what I thought of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree with your sister. When I asked her that the other night,
mm-hmm.
and she said it was all right, but you know what she said, and I was like, maybe I was thinking maybe she's just being a hater.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's right. It was just all right to me. It was, I don't know. I didn't understand. I didn't understand Black Phone 1, and I fucking was lost in Black Phone 2. Seriously.
How do you not understand it?
I didn't understand what the hell was going on, why it was going on, what the hell. I was just like, what? Like, and thankfully, you just explained to me the Super 8, because I was like, what is this? Fucking, you know how they have, remember when we saw Wolfman, they had wolf vision?
Yes.
I was calling it grabber vision because it was driving me crazy.
Okay.
I was like, is this the grabber vision?
To recap, in the Black Phone 1, Finn gets kidnapped by the grabber. While he's locked up, the phone in the basement, which is not connected to anything, keeps ringing. And every time he answers it, is the ghost of a child that the grabber previously killed. giving Finn clues on how to escape by telling them how they tried to escape it. They made one mistake, and so they each call him. Also, in the first Black Phone, his sister has psychic visions. She has these visions in her dreams that help lead the police to where the grabber is. Ultimately, both of them are psychic because if he's receiving phone calls from dead children, that makes him a psychic medium as well. So it was about a a child abductor abducting a child that happened to have psychic ability, whose sister also had a psychic ability.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Yes. And so it's basically, the dead children helped Finn to escape. One of the children knew the combination to the lock. Another child knew how to fight the grabber. He was like, he's gonna do this and that to you. So make sure when you hit him, you step back and then you do this. Like it was very cleverly written.
When did you watch? When did you rewatch the Black Phone too? I mean
Yes,
Black Phone. I'm sorry, Black Phone.
yes, I said I rewatched it before the sequel came out. I
Because when
rewatched
you
it.
first watched it, I was like, I thought I was gonna fall asleep too on the first one.
Yeah, but when I rewatched it, it could have just been that we were tired that day, but I rewatched it in the afternoon when I wasn't, very tired, and I just paid closer attention.
Oh, that yeah, yeah. Because you do have a habit of when a movie takes you out, you are completely out. You're like you'll be on your phone and look up a little bit, and yeah. But no, if we were both tired, like that must have been what happened today then. Because I was like, I'm completely fucking lost in this whole movie, and like the phone that was sitting outside
Mm-hmm.
that
Well,
kept ringing. I thought that was
when we
cool.
when we get to the spoilers, I'll explain Black Phone 2 to you.
Thank you. I'm telling you. In between this, are we still talking about Black Phone 2? Because I want to preface the next movie when we do.
Yeah, we're still talking about Black Phone 2 because I have a couple other things to add before we get into Bone Lake.
I did like some of the gore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did like the tree when
No, no spoilers.
all
Just
right,
say
no,
you
okay.
like the gore.
Yeah, I like the gore. The
Mm-hmm.
blood was a good color. How about that?
I agree. I liked that this movie had more gore in it, and I like the scare sequences in this movie, which some
Yep.
of them were dream sequences, some of them were when people were awake. I also like the addition of the new characters. One of which is sort of new and sort of not. But when we get into spoilers, I'll explain how he's new and not new at the same time.
Also, before we get into spoilers, my question is this:
Hmm.
that with the girl with the purple coat,
Hmm.
isn't she the chick from The Conjuring that was like, there's someone in the corner, he's right
No,
there, and that
no,
isn't that's not her, that the
that's
one that
not
was crying a lot.
no, that's not the same actress, but she
Are you
does remind you of that other actress.
because
But
I was
no,
like,
that's
damn,
not
she
her.
got grown. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. The girl from The Conjuring is older than her. The
There was a
Conjuring, the first Conjuring movie was almost, what is it, 10 years ago or more?
yeah, and she
That
was
girl might
6.
be, she was
She
not
was
sick, she was
she
older.
was
She
one
was
of the
like 20.
daughters. All right, I'm gonna look it up while you're talking. Go ahead.
The Conjuring came out in 2013.
Okay.
That's 12 years ago. This actress that you're looking at is 17 years old. Yeah, she's too young to be that actress. They do remind you of one another. But yeah, I absolutely enjoy the Black Phone too, and like I said, I'm looking forward to the next sequel. I think we finally got a new horror slasher icon for the 2020s because I don't think we had one for the 2020s. The Black Phone 2. All right. So this movie, we catch up with Finn, who's now 17, and Gwen, his sister, who's now 15, and they are still psychic. Gwen has her clairvoyant dreams, and Finn still gets phone calls from the dead, although he mostly tries to ignore them. Their father is now a recovering alcoholic, because in the first movie he was very much an alcoholic, and they don't in the first movie explain why the father is an alcoholic. He just is, but they do explain why he was in the second movie. Gwen is tormented by her dreams of three dead little boys whose bodies were never recovered. Finn is tormented by the boys as well, but he's also tormented by the grabber who's also trying to call him on random phones. At one point, Gwen sleepwalks and ends up back in the grabber's basement, where she gets a call from the little girl at a winter camp. And so Gwen decides that it's a good idea for her, Finn, and their friend Ernesto to get jobs at the camp to try to figure out what's going on. We also meet a few more characters when they get to the camp. Mustang was a young lady on her horse that leads them into the camp because they end up coming during a blizzard and the snow is so heavy they can't see the road. And so Finn gets out and says, I'll run in front of the car so you can see where the road turns. And then he stops abruptly and he sees a young lady on a horse, and that's Mustang. So she leads them into the camp where her uncle Mondo, he has purchased the camp and he basically runs the camp, and he has two employees named Barb and Ken, which I thought was funny that their name was Barb and Ken. Gwen discovers after a while that the phone call that she received was from her own mother calling from the past, which was really, really interesting. The group decide that they have to find the bodies of the little boys so that the grabber doesn't have any more power. And the reason why they almost immediately believe them is because they see Gwen being pretty much thrown around by the grabber in her sleep. And the way she was being thrown around, it really reminded me of Tina in Nightmare on Elm Street. When
Yep.
the grabber was grabbing and throwing throwing Gwen around, this is what it reminded me of.
But you've never seen Training Day. There you go.
That right there. That's what the grabber was doing to Gwen. He was swinging her around in the air and making her spin.
Yeah. Tom Baker says he hasn't seen the first Black Phone, but he will stream it. Best of luck, bud, because I didn't like Black Phone 1. Every time I see Ethan Hawke, that's his name, I just think of him from Training Day. That's the only movie I remember him from.
But that's what it reminded me of. And since the other people at the camp witnessed the grabber throwing Gwen around like that, they had no choice but to believe her. So they decided we have to find the bodies of the three missing little boys so that we can try to stop the grabber from getting his power off of their disembodied spirits.
Well, really quickly, again, we think alike because that was what I started calling it to myself during the movie. A Nightmare on Elm Street in the mountains. That's what it was the whole time.
That's not the only thing that it homaged. Another thing that reminded me of, do you remember the scene when the grabber was ice skating towards
Wasn't that Pieces?
Close.
Mauler?
Curtains.
Yeah. But if you noticed the Mauler, he didn't have. That was horrible.
That's not the original music. Somebody has.
No, but that's not even. That's not even the same head of the girl.
No, it never was. It just showed the doll's head dropping in the original.
Oh, the what do you call it? The Mauler, when he was ice skating, he was ice skating on his own feet, which made me laugh.
The grabber. His ice skates were literally made out of ice. If you look closely, they were made out of ice around his feet. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, but I guess I don't really have a lot to say. Like I said,
there's something else. There's a couple other homages. Let me just get.
Let's see. Yeah, let me see the homages because because I was trying to pick them out.
Yeah, there was the ice skating, the grabber ice skating to kill someone was giving me curtains, and then at the end when the souls of the children came up and grabbed the grabber and pulled him into the water, it reminded me of this. Yep. They took him out the same way That's another Tina, but that Tina is from Friday the 13th 7, The New Blood, when her deceased father came up out of the water and grabbed Jason. That's what that reminded me of. When the dead children got the grabber. And then the last thing that I couldn't help but notice, because there was all these really creepy dream sequences, and I there was something about it that just kept on reminding me of Nightmare on Elm Street. And it wasn't just the fact that they're creepy dream sequences, but check this out. If you notice, Gwen has on almost the same pajamas as Nancy. And also the child that was burnt, that touched her arm and burnt her too, her
Hmm.
bandage is in the same place that Nancy's bandage was from, where she got burnt in her dream in the boiler room. Even the
Interesting.
positioning of where Freddy Krueger is behind Nancy, and where the grabber is behind Gwen, is very similar.
Huh. That's a good pickup.
Hmm.
You know what else reminded me of Nightmare on Elm Street?
What?
When she was in the dream sequence
Hmm.
and she this was the I think one of the most aggravating things to me was that for I guess the first half an hour you never saw the grabber.
Hmm.
It was just little kids. Although I did like when the window when the broken window slammed shut and it cut the little kid's half of his head off and it was on the ground and it was like
Yes.
ah, but when the axe went into the tree stump and the tree stump started bleeding,
Hmm.
I immediately was thinking he was gonna go, "You shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead." Like when the dog pissed fire.
Hmm.
Like I was thinking, this is gonna be the reveal, but nope. Still waited.
I liked all the homages because I'm a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. So.
Yeah you are.
Hmm.
I saw which one was it? Three.
Hmm.
Three was the one with Kincaid.
Yes.
Four was the one with Alice.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw three and four in the movie theater like five times.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we saw those in the movie theater with Joey. With Joey with the veins coming out of his arms like a marionette.
That wasn't Joey. That was a different character. Joey was the one that the nurse, he had a dream that he was
Oh,
hanging out with the nurse.
that's right.
I want to say, was that Steven? What was that character's name? I always forget his name. The marionette guy. Let me see.
He couldn't talk.
Joey couldn't talk. The marionette kid could talk.
Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, you're right. The marionette kid was a suicidal kid.
Yes, that's why when that happened to him, nobody believed that it was Freddy. They just thought it was him.
That's right. Yeah, that was Hank Joey.
His name was Philip.
Okay.
And Will was the boy that wanted to be a wizard in his dreams. But yeah, that was Philip that passed away.
Okay. So back to this movie.
Hmm.
The it might not have been an homage, but it was a funny thing when it just reminded me of a certain movie, and I can if I just say it, you'll know when
Yeah.
he goes, "This is what's your name? Mustang, like the car," and then she goes, "Like the horse, right?"
Hmm.
You know what that reminded me of?
No, what?
What's your name? Stuntman Mike.
Oh, and what do you do? I'm a stunt man.
No, remember he said, What's his name? Stuntman Mike. What's he do? He's a
No,
stuntman."
no. Let me give you the word. It's Hey
Okay.
Warren. Hey Warren. You know this guy? Yeah, it's Stuntman Mike. What's he do? He's a stuntman.
That it just the way she
Yeah.
said that like the car.
Hmm.
No, like the horse. That should make me laugh. I did laugh at that. I thought that was pretty funny.
Hmm.
Oh, and also the girl. By the way, I know where she's from now.
Oh, Gwen, the actress that plays Gwen.
Yes,
Hmm.
she was in oh my god, I forgot now. She was in a bunch of horror movies that we've seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There is another character that I want to mention.
go ahead.
Ernesto, that played Gwen's boyfriend in this.
Yeah.
His character is supposed to be the younger brother of Robin, who was killed in the first Black Phone. He was the little boy that showed Finn how to fight the grabber, when he was like, hit him with a two-piece, step back, hit him again like that. That's Robin, right?
Yeah.
And Ernesto's his younger brother.
Yeah,
How
because he
about
asked them that.
Yeah, how about they're played by the same character? Miguel Mora
Really?
played Robin in the Black Phone 1, and he played his brother Ernesto in the Black Phone 2.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same actor playing both brothers. That Oh, you know what that might have been an homage to?
What?
Hatchet. There's a character in Hatchet
That's
that
right, the Asian dude.
dies, but then in Hatchet 2, he plays his own brother, his twin brother. So that could have been an homage to Hatchet.
Okay.
There's probably a lot more slasher movie homages in this that I didn't even pick up on, but I'm sure in the trivia there it'll come up.
Well, obviously, well, the girl that this girl, and I'll get to that scene I was talking about right now. That
Hmm.
girl, she played in Megan, and she also played in The Curse of La Lorna.
Oh my God, we just talked about this last night. La Llorona.
That okay, and yeah, and it's not Oviedo. It's Oviedo.
Oviedo is
It's
what I said.
Oviedo,
Okay, if you say so, but it looks like it's spelled Oviedo.
but it's called Oviedo, ma
Okay,
Oviedo.
I'll call it Oviedo.
Anyways, the I like the back and forth with the when she's like, "Do you have any history about this place?" And the lady's like, no. The guy says something, and the mom gets the woman gets all rude. She's like,
Barb.
Barb's like, Barb. They're just nice folk. Well, she was spent in bedroom with two boys. Like
Hmm.
she got off and she goes, like when she was like, do you have to be a fucking cunt or whatever? I
Yes.
laughed my ass off. I was like, this is great.
Well, if you
She was very
remember,
good actress.
if you remember Gwen from the first movie when she was only like 12 years old, she was cursing up
Hmm.
a storm. Remember she called the principal a fart knocker or something. She was like, "You fucking
Yeah,
fart knocker."
I did appreciate their dialogue.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm talking
dialogue was a
about?
lot of fun. Yeah.
When they're like, he's going to ask her on a date, and she's like, radical.
Hmm.
I like that.
It was
But
I think he had tickets to Duran Duran.
yes, and Simon Le Bon is so dreamy. That's what she said.
Hmm.
But what song were they playing when they were driving? Do you know?
Oh wow. I can't remember.
It was another brick in the wall, but it was part one, not part
Yes,
two,
you're
because
right. You're right.
there's
It
three
was.
different. I think there's three different parts of an brick in the wall.
Hmm.
That's number one. Number two is the one that everybody plays,
Hmm.
and then there's another one, but that one is like when I first heard it, I was like, are they? I thought they were playing the Thin Ice, which was a song that could have played
Hmm.
by Pink Floyd because it's cold and it's ice. But
Hmm.
yeah, it was another. It was a brick in the wall. Go
I
ahead.
also liked how when the grabber was trying to menace Finn and he was like, everyone thinks hell is hot. Hell isn't fire. Hell is ice. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
I
Like
like when
literally
he.
and figuratively.
I like when he gave his. I like when he was talking to the girl, and he was like, I was in hell or whatever, and he's like, yeah, they take your sins,
Mhm.
and he gave a big explanation of hell and
Mhm.
how what do they take sins and they pile on top of it, and he's just left with nothing with me, Mr. Sinny. I don't know how he said it, but the way he was talking about how it was in hell,
Mhm.
I was like, huh. But yeah, that was when they found out about what really happened to the mom.
Mhm. Yeah, as in the grabber actually hung her and made it look like she committed suicide when she didn't. And that's what made the father become an alcoholic because he was so heartbroken about the mother committing suicide and he blamed himself.
What threw me off
Mhm.
was in part one, there was one grabber, correct?
Yeah, yeah, there's one grabber.
So then who the hell was driving the van? In this other one, it was like some skinny looking, like a face with the dude had his face all sucked in with
That's
big
also
glasses.
was it meant to be the other version of him? Because there's a version of the grabber without the mask, and there's a version with the mask. So I thought, was that another version of him driving the van? I mean, it's dream logic, so it's possible that it could also have been him driving the van.
And I did like how they used the versions of the mask. Like when
Mhm.
he had the upper hand, they had that evil smile on his face.
Yeah.
But when he started getting his ass kicked, the grabber mouth turned to a frown. I
Mhm.
thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, dream
Um,
logic is what Tom says too.
mhm. I feel like there was something else I'm leaving out that I can't remember. Oh yeah. I like the inclusion of the Latino characters that were in this. You had in addition to Ernesto, you had Mustang and also Mando. And I just wondered, I was like, what if they were trying to do something really subversive by having these Latino characters and then making the villain use ice I'm like,
Wow.
I mean, it might be a reach. Maybe it was intentional. It might be coincidental. I don't know. Somebody's gonna write a think piece about it.
Wow. That is definitely a reach. But I know you like the gore.
Yes, I did a lot. The gore was great in this.
What scenes made you jump? Because I kept hearing that you jumped a couple times.
Well, the scene where Gwen, the first night that she spends at the camp, and she's in that dorm by herself
Mm,
because none of the other campers can make it up the mountain to the camp, so they're essentially like snowed in alone.
yeah.
And she hears something, and she's sitting on the edge of her bed, and that first dead child that pops up from underneath the bed, that made me jump.
Really?
Hmm.
I can imagine like, ah,
It
you
was
know
a
what I
lady
like?
on the other side of Drissa that jumped too. I wasn't the only one.
And
It was a bunch.
that's what she was complaining about. That's just she said she had you and another woman on either side of her jumping all the time.
Yeah, and there was also a couple Puerto Rican dudes behind us that were giving color commentary
In Spanish or English?
in English.
What were they saying? Like
They were just saying shit like they're like, "Oh shit, that's the grabber." Like they always obvious. But it was funny. But it's funny as hell.
you know what I liked? What I did like too, but I didn't understand it because I thought the grabber can only find you in your dreams.
Mhm.
Was with the walkie talkie when
Mhm.
what's his face is talking to the grabber when he kept calling Wild Bill.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
thought that I thought he was gonna get killed by the snowman first of all.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that would have been a great homage to
Jack
what's it
Frost.
Jack Frost.
Yeah.
But no, I did like how it's like the snowball smashed against the window and like it started bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, and it kind of looked like the grabber's mask.
It did because he kept saying Wild Bill and he said I'm not Wild Bill and he like when they showed the snowball again on the wall it was the grabber's mask. I was like
Mhm.
that's really cool. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. But yeah, I would probably give this a 5 out of 10.
Really? That low? Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't like the first Black Phone. I only like parts of this one.
I
I probably
really,
won't.
really like I really like the I would give this at least a 7.5 out of 10.
I can't believe you're shocked. I did.
Yeah.
It lost me. I
Mhm.
literally sat there and paid attention, so I could not like. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so confused. We watch it. This is Grabber Vision. This fucking high eight is Grabber Vision. But what the hell's going on? And why is this trying to be like Nightmare on Elm Street? And okay, where's the grabber? What the fuck? What like? There's no blood. Oh, a kid got his face shut off. Some shut in the wind when it fell off. That was
Mhm.
pretty cool. Okay, there's still no grabber. What the fuck? Is he ever going to come back? What is going on? Oh, wow. They dragged him into the ice. Crazy. Oh, wait. The grabber drowned one of the dudes, but no, he didn't drown. He didn't even get frostbite from sitting in that. None of them did.
That is one thing that bothered me. No one had gloves on. It's a blizzard. It's snowing. No one has gloves or mittens on. Why are your hands not cold? I would be so frozen. I couldn't.
Are we going to talk about Bone Lake?
Yes, let me pull that up.
This one.
All right, so tomorrow make sure that you come back to this channel because I will be doing a really quick last minute quick costume tutorial for Mr. Crockett. I'll show you guys where to get everything and how to turn yourself into Mr. Crockett. Then at 5:30 we'll be back again and I will be interviewing the director of The Evil Nun, Jose Prentes, and we will be joined by April Clark and Evan James Henderson.
All right.
With that, we will say goodnight and thank you all for coming through. And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Later, guys. See you tomorrow.